Stand by. Hello. Welcome to the show. Mysterious Forces Live. Thank you so much. It's Saturday, September 29th, 2018. I'm so glad you're here. I'm glad you're joining us. I hope your week has been good. I hope your weekend is even better. Saturday is like the ultimate chill day for most people, right? It's like the day of rest. Tonight, I have Professor Moriarty with me. Professor.
Natasha, thank you so much.
You're welcome. How's it going tonight? How are things in your neck of the woods?
We are doing well up here in the compound. Everything's secure for the night.
Ah, cool. Yeah, here at the huge complex that is NixMedia.com studios, it's more like a campus here rather than just like one building. I get lost without a map, and it's my own place.
It's a sprawling campus.
It is a sprawling campus. That is true.
You should consider having a directory outside as if it were like a community or a junior college.
That's true. I love the sound of this.
I need that badly.
I can tell you, Spirit Halloween is where I got that, believe it or not.
Excellent.
Spirit Halloween. I'm going to look at the chat room real quickly. I want to say hello to everybody. I want to say hello to Jiggy if he's around. There it is.
Should I be in chat? I didn't even think about that.
Oh, I don't know. I'm just opening it up. Oh yeah, shit. The volume's up. I don't want to get some crazy feedback going. And I see it. I see hi there, MJ Sedona, and Lisa P.
Lisa
How are
P.
you? Lisa P. I always want to do a shout out to Lisa P. I've done a couple shout outs and she wasn't here, but I think she might watch them later. But Lisa P.
Sorry,
like
it's not
the first fan.
Sorry, it's not David tonight, Lisa. We're still working on it.
Sorry about that. Speaking of which, we're doing little things to tweak the show and make little adjustments because we want the show to succeed, and we're looking for a winning formula. So if you've been watching this show, especially if in sequential order, you'll see that things have changed a little bit. We've changed little things. We're playing with tone a little bit. We're just kind of trying to find our footing here. And in the spirit of that, first of all, Michael, I don't know what to call you. Like, do you like me calling you the professor or Professor Moriarty?
I kind of hoping that that's going to be my new nickname.
The professor. I think the professor is better than Professor Moriarty, only because Professor Moriarty has a very specific image behind it, and he's a bad guy.
It has a connotation to it, although he is dastardly. He is on the wrong side of the fence. So
he's like a dastardly Wizard of Oz.
Indeed. I think the Professor Moriarty's acceptable. Since I am the quasi-tech guy of PursuingX, so I can be considered that, or a wizard at times.
Oh, true.
A ninja.
Right. So Professor Moriarty or the professor?
It's your show, so if you like,
but it's you. No, I don't want to. No, I want to like look for a formula here, and we'll stick with it.
Let's just let it percolate a little bit. Let's let it sort of, just kind of run through the digestive process known as Mysterious Forces.
All right. Okay. Gaming Minister, hello. I'm actually looking at things that changed because Michael is here with me. Normally I communicate by text with him during the show, but now I can kind of tune into the chat room and say like, hi, Richard Moonchild, Dexter Dave, Lisa P. You're talking to all these people. So hello. Thank you. So before we get into some of the topics of tonight, I want to talk a little bit about DisclosureCon, which is going to be this next week. A week from tonight, we will be partying at DisclosureCon in Pine Top, Arizona. It's going to be October 5th and 6th. And if you have a VIP package, I think that might extend into some Sunday activities. I'm not sure. You'll have to check the website, DisclosureCon.com. But 1028 Productions is producing that. That's a Doc Skinner deal, and not a Doc Skinner joint, because that's like a Spike Lee thing, but a Doc Skinner deal. And I do have some news about this. You see this damn thing right here? Getting a hold of this has been the bane of my fucking existence right here. Okay. I love this thing. It's great. It's highly collectible, but I'll tell you what,
you've gone through hell over this
pain in
guitar.
the ass it has been to get this. So I found out today that it's going to be sent here to me by Wednesday. And I'm going to record something for the YouTube channel on Wednesday when the guitar gets here. I'll demonstrate it. And then we'll put that up just to kind of hype things up. So you'll have a photo opportunity at DisclosureCon with that guitar. I'll have it in a holder, and you can stand there and get a picture with yourself or your friends or whatever. And when you do that, you can get a sticker for the show. A sticker that is actually right side up would actually be better, because people don't know what the fuck you're talking about if it's upside down.
No,
but
no clue.
And also, I got this from Sticker Giant, and I'm gonna keep pushing Sticker Giant because I want them to let me endorse them so that I get free stickers. So
absolutely,
try Sticker Giant. They have great service and great prices, and they really, really, really want to give me free stickers for my show, because I keep saying this for free. Sticker Giant.
Good stuff.
Back on the track of DisclosureCon, I know that Lauren Blowers is going to be there. She was on the show here a while back, and she's the author of The Stingwisher. And as I hear it in the rumor mill, she's on book 2, which is called Beast on Board. Michael, do you know anything about Lauren's appearance there at DisclosureCon?
I do. She is going to have a booth there. That I know that from seeing her work at at Alien Con, that it's always fun and crazy. She has the best atmosphere surrounding her whole brand and her vibe. Stingwisher, this book keeps getting me in trouble because I am not working and reading this and laughing. It's like a snappy dialogue. It's well put together. I typically don't read fiction. I don't have a lot of time to read. It's very good. However, Beast on Board is, I believe, in its final stages, and it should be out very soon. And that's book 2 of the series.
Oh, very cool. That's cool. I look forward to it. She was fun to talk to. I think she's going to be a lot more fun in person. We're going to pal around with her a little bit at DisclosureCon. Who else is going to be there? Because I know that there's, of course, she's there, but I know there's a lot of other people. Do you know who else is on the roster for DisclosureCon?
It's filling up pretty fast. Suzanne Ross is also going to be appearing. Her internet TV channel, Sci-Spy TV, is going to drop on October 1st. It is full of A-listers. If you haven't checked it out, go to sci-spy.com. Got the Navajo Nation Ghostbusters are going to be there. Pretty entertaining group. Yeah, absolutely. There's going to be some other media people there. Elisa Haven and her channel, her media channel, will be there. Tim Cohen,
very cool.
Author of The Antichrist and A Cup of Tea, is going to be presenting on a couple different things.
That's a great title. You know, I'll tell you what, when I hear that title, it's like I don't give a shit what that book is about. When I hear that title, I want to read it.
It's some crazy sounding shit, correct? Hey, another YouTuber, Rex Bear from the Leak Project, is going to be there, and that's going to be cool to hang out with him and get to know some other people in the community and the broadcasting side of what we do. Mike Barra from Ancient Aliens and author of several books is going to be appearing. Mike's a really cool guy, great sense of humor, knows his stuff, especially with anomalies on the moon and Mars and other crazy shit like that.
Yeah, I'm hoping to score an interview with him. He's someone that we definitely want to talk to at the show.
You know, his book Dark Mission is in my library. It was some eye-opening things about some of the occult intertwinings between the esoteric in NASA and some of the shady figures that were involved in not only the forming of that organization, but overseeing the Apollo program and the certain dates and locations that they chose to do and when they chose to do it is quite interesting.
Yeah, I look forward to hearing that. I mean, it's going to be a strange mix because for me, there's a social aspect to this, but for me, and I know for you as well, it's really a working weekend. We're actually on the job that weekend, and I know that we're going to be out and about talking to a lot of people in the audience and getting some one-on-one interviews and just I like to jump into that guerrilla style journalism where we just kind of get out there amongst the people in the crowd and see what happens. So Wi-Fi willing, we're going to be doing that. And I just want to preface our coverage of DisclosureCon saying that if the Wi-Fi sucks and it's not possible for us to broadcast live from there, which I think it should be, but I'm not going to promise that because I've never been there. But we will tape stuff behind the scenes and we will post it online as we go along. So if it's not there live as it's happening, just know that it'll be up to date. But we're going to do our best to live stream. Our intention is to live stream several segments of DisclosureCon. So I still want to make a promise that we can't keep because it's up in the mountains. And when you get into these remote locations, you cannot count on the internet connection all the time.
It is true. However, it is a casino, so I do expect some robust communications of some sort. And I'm going to be there quite early, so I'll find out, which squeaky wheel needs grease to find the actual password, not the shitty guest Wi-Fi for sure.
Yeah, that'll be cool. And Doc Skinner, we're gonna torture him, right, in some way or fashion.
Doc, be careful what you wish for. You said you invited us out. You've set us up extremely well. Doc is one of the classiest guys in this community, and I'm really looking forward to seeing his show. But I don't know what kind of chaos he expects that will or will not happen with the group that we have assembled there.
As a matter of fact, I like it that you said that he's a classy guy because I do have something classy for this. And, we've been trying these taglines for DisclosureCon, and I've been rehearsing this one. It's where sci-fi and sci-reality dry hump each other in a dark corner of a casino lounge.
Outstanding. But don't worry because they were in high school. So just.
I love that. I love that.
Like an asterisk.
It was so long ago. So long ago. That I don't do politics on this show. I don't do politics on this show for a reason. I don't want to taint. And that's right. I'm always looking for an excuse to say taint on this show. I don't want to taint this show with fucking politics because it'll drag the discourse down and blah, blah, blah. I just don't even want to go there. But I will say, this being a non-political show, that, the whole, Brett Kavanaugh, my impressions were like, asshole. Brett Kavanaugh's asshole. And,
I'm going to try to be neutral about it as well, but just before the show, I was doing a little bit of research and a little Twitter trolling, and I saw this picture in the early 2000s with Kavanaugh and Karl Rove, and if anyone knows me personally, they know that what I feel about Karl Rove. It's similar to how Bill Hicks felt about a certain president.
Yeah.
So they're just not a good person, and just the birds of a feather. That's all I have to say about that. However, if it were the other administration and the other paradigm was set the other way around, the same shit would be happening. So let's just be clear. Exactly. So we try to keep politics and tips, but politics and religion out of this show. However, spirituality and healthy discussion are absolutely allowed. So even if your opinion isn't ours, we really don't give a shit. Just don't call anyone names or be nasty, and we can have it out and have fun.
Yeah, no trolling. I know that the people who really are going to get into this show and really kind of stick with it, are going to be pretty cool people, and they're not going to be trolling anybody.
So well, the problem is I can't be the co-host and run this chat, and we're getting more and more people. In fact,
well, we're just going to count on the regular watchers. If somebody starts trolling, just politely threaten to burn down their house. And
what we can do is some of the loyal
you can't
don't burn your house or burn anything, but we should get some of the loyal faithful on the show to be admins, and they can just be the police. They're probably nastier than we.
Do not burn anyone's house down. I'm sorry. Anyway, I don't want this show to slow down. And speaking of this show, I want to continue on the theme of brainstorming for what we can do to tweak the show to increase the viewership and make this show more interesting. So I was just wondering, Michael, would you mind if I just throw some ideas out, some stuff, and just see what sticks and what doesn't? And you can kind of give a thumbs up, thumbs down, comment as I throw out these ideas.
Absolutely. Let me just shut this door really quickly, just in case my dogs go crazy.
Okay, I will. Now, while he's gone, everyone write something really rude about him.
Pardon me.
All right. Oh, that's okay. That's no problem. And so, all right, we're going to start. So these are just some ideas to increase viewership and make the show more interesting because we want it to succeed. So I'm just going to throw them out. I'm going to start with one that if you saw last night's show, I threw out. Incorporate strippers into the green screen that we're going to have during interviews. Should I have strippers behind me during interviews?
I believe that that's a tentative yes for a couple of reasons. First, we could go out and get footage at local places that are fans of the show. And second, we don't have to have it on all the time for every interview, but you could just have a stripper button where you could just control it and just pop it in the green screen when it's apropos.
Okay, that's all right. I thought you would be shocked and repulsed by that idea, but maybe that's something we should consider. I've got a few of these, so we'll keep it moving.
Keep it rolling.
Now, I did hear from Scott Finster today, from Scott Finster's Sculpture Studios, who's creating a puppet for this show exclusively. And he was on season 9 of Face Off, and he is making me a puppet that we are going to use later on. So it's still being created. I'm going to post pictures of that on my Facebook and Instagram pages and Twitter. So go check it out. But when I get the puppet, should I use the puppet to portray the part of guests on the show? And that is maybe after someone's been on, after some time has passed, replay segments of their interview, except have the puppet mouthing them, and you'd hear, someone's voice that well, coming out of a weird looking alien puppet.
Perhaps their voice and a combination of some sort of alien filter, if we could only imagine what they would sound like.
I have the technology for that. We will experiment with that live on the air. We'll move on. Okay. All right. Now, the next one is, and this is more for the audience. I want audience participation on this. If you're in the chat room, look, I'm going to show you right here, right now. Look, see that? That's my phone. Wow, look at that. That's weird. It's me in my phone. Anyway, I see you, chat room. Yes, the puppet, Lisa P.
Well, people are pissed.
Down a gaming minister. All right, so I want some participation, especially on this one. So another idea to make the show more interesting is have Michael here remove an item of clothing for each super chat donation once we monetize the channel.
I highly advise against that for several reasons. First, I'm hired to grow your show and get a larger audience. So less clothing on me is not advisable.
Not advisable at all?
I don't know. We all have our own insecurities, but I don't think I could perform well looking at myself in the webcam.
Okay. All right. We'll move past it.
I don't know.
All right. All right. So should I have magicians on the show doing close-up magic? Like they'd have to have a camera on their hands at their end.
Yes.
But yeah. Yes. You think so? I wonder what the audience thinks about I like magicians. I like magic, and I like close-up magic. I think it's the most fascinating form of it.
I think that would be good as long as those magicians weren't also clowns.
No clown magicians.
Okay.
Fuck clown magicians. All right, I got to move on. I've got more. I've got so many ideas for this show.
Let's do it for the show.
And it's like, just like a pair of underwear from a 6-year-old that he's worn for a week, you just kind of throw these things against the wall and see if they stick.
Absolutely.
So, all right. So other ideas to make the show more interesting, more successful, and keep people watching and bring more viewers in. Kill a chicken whenever we have less than 100 viewers. You think we should give that a shot?
Is there a chicken farm in the Cave Creek area that could sustain?
There are chickens.
It's going to take us a while. Yeah.
Chickens.
We're pissing off people in the chat because we talked about titties, I think.
Uh-oh. I hope so. Okay. All right. We'll just pretend that never happened. I don't even know what that was. All right. Have artists, musicians, and performers on our roster. Like, open it up a little bit beyond the paranormal people, but we're still going to focus on paranormal and UFOs, but they may not be experts in the field per se when they come on. Like, I have some artist friends that I'd like to have on, and they're not paranormal people, but
right.
I can still force these people to talk about the topic, and maybe just the tension of me making them uncomfortable and talk about something they don't want to talk about would be the entertainment factor of the show. But I don't know, because if I torture people too much, they won't come back. So there's got to be that fine line of, will these people even talk to me? Will they respect me in the morning is what I'm asking. So I got to keep moving on. So should I encourage viewers to watch the show pantless on Saturday nights? Do you think that would help make the show more interesting?
Absolutely. Perhaps they could submit their viewing setup.
Don't submit anything if you're pantless on a Saturday night. Please do not do that. All right, I'm going to move on. All right. Make only Michael go without pants on Saturday nights. Oh, yeah, this one is for the audience. Should only Michael go pantless on Saturday nights? And the rest of us would have pants on.
Actually, I am right now. So just what's new?
I love it. I love it. Wow. This is like a bonding moment. Okay, I got to move on. I've got a bunch of these.
Keep it going.
Should I sell rainbow pigs the way Jim Bakker sells survival food on his show? Now, I just want everyone to... It's the realism that is... Does that make your dog bark?
It doesn't, but I do see affiliate marketing opportunities somewhere.
And affiliate marketing opportunities. Now, Jim Bakker, I want to say something. And you know what? This is fun, so I just backed the music up. Here's a secret. I actually worked for Jim Bakker for a while. And peripherally, I ran a television camera for him in Branson, Missouri. I didn't work there long. I only worked there for about 4 or 5 weeks because the pay was really low and really crummy. But I needed. I had bills to pay. So someone called me that I knew, and they're like, "Hey, Jim Bakker needs a camera person." So I went and did it, and had the director talking to my head the whole bit. But the great thing was I took direction from the director, and that's what I heard the whole time, and I didn't hear a damn word Jim was talking about. But when I went downstairs to clock in, I would go to where the people were on the phones that were taking calls for donations. And he was selling these paintings of Jesus. And they were big ones and medium-sized ones. And then there were small ones. And they were all just stacked up against the wall. And they were just hawking these big frame pictures of Jesus upstairs on the show. And just shipping them out and making a buck. And, I probably got them from Taiwan for, $2 a piece. And was like, just for $75. He went on to sell timeshare and condos and stuff in Branson. So same shit, different day with Jim Bakker.
Before it all crashed.
But I was around him in just a couple of very brief social situations on set. And he was nice, but I couldn't ignore knowing who he is and knowing all about him and still being kind of disgusted with him. Anyway, he sold pictures of Jesus. He sells survival food, but so does Jimmy Church. Can I make my fortune in rainbow pigs? That's my question for the audience. Can I make a fortune in rainbow pigs? I have to keep going.
I don't know what the margin is, and we I'm sure we'd have to order it in bulk, and then you have a large overhead of these pigs. And you could always though counter offer and sell them as pet toys.
They're not pet toys. I keep telling people. Anyway, I have to move on. The music is still playing somehow, magically. Anyway, I still have a few more of these. All right. Should we, for the show, to make the show more interesting, more successful, to draw new viewers,
yes,
should I start a campaign to set up a Dolan versus Good MMA cage match? And that is an actual cage match between Richard Dolan and Corey Good. And we could do it for charity if they want to do it, but just have those two guys pull each other's hair out like two women outside of a bar in New Jersey on a Saturday night. I don't know. I want to see Richard Dolan fight Corey Good in a cage match. And I think I would, I'm just wondering if the viewers would join in on a campaign where we'd hashtag that or kind of make it go viral, just kind of create something, you know, and let those two guys know that we want to do that. Do you think that's a good idea, Michael, or do you think that's not a good move?
I believe if we could maybe wrap it around charity, and if we could also bet on it, because my money would be on Richard. I don't know what Vegas is considering right now for the actual spread, but I just think that I think it'd be a pretty fast one.
Yes. Let's see. I have two more. I had more, but I'm going to ditch them because we're down to 3 minutes, believe it or not. So, I know, right? Can you believe it? So, here's the next to last one. For the show, to make the show more interesting, should we dress Emery Smith up like a piece of cheese for Halloween and then live stream it as we throw him into a pit of rats?
Now, we always talk about being neutral, and you always just keep pushing the boundary here with this faction.
It's just comedy. It's just comedy. It's not personal. Corey Good, please come on the show. I would love to.
Making it hard.
I'm going to say this. I want to be sincere. I'm going to put on my sincere face. Corey Good, if you will come on Mysterious Forces Live, I promise I will totally treat you with respect, and I will have no expectation of you dressing up like a piece of cheese. Not at all. You can dress like yourself. There. I cannot be more honest than that. Okay. Anyway, so on to the last one. And this is for publicity to make this show more successful and get attention. Should we go to the Gaia TV doorstep down there in Colorado, all Michael Moore style, and stir some shit up on their front steps? Should we do that?
You know, I don't know what their subscription rate is like now, but they probably have a pretty decent security staff.
That's unfortunate.
So I don't know. We would have to probably carefully case the joint and look for careful exit points.
Yes, I know. It's unfortunate. You know what? We're actually down to 1 minute. I just can't believe it. We'll probably be maybe slightly longer than that, but maybe not much. I want to thank everybody for watching, and I want to thank you for indulging us while we use our creativity to entertain you.
Yes.
Sans having a regular guest. This is going to happen from time to time. We don't want to let you down. We want to be here. We want to be consistent. So we will do our best to entertain you. Yep. And we're going to upgrade to a 4K camera. We're going to have a green screen background. I'm going to be at DisclosureCon October 5th and 6th. I'm going to have a table there. Come there, get a sticker, get a picture with the Roswell Jackson guitar, see PursuingX, Lisa Blowers, Doc Skinner, everyone else that's on the disclosure.com roster. Michael, do you want to say anything as we close out tonight?
No, absolutely. It's Lauren Blowers, and no worries. Thank you so much for having me on. And guys, thanks for being patient with us. We're just trying to kick things around and trying to see what works and what doesn't work. So we definitely appreciate your feedback, whether it's good or bad. You know, it's all good. Thanks for
Yeah.
watching us, and thanks for sticking around. We're going to continue to improve the show, and we're gonna have a lot of fun next weekend.
We are going to have a lot of fun next weekend. What he just said, ditto. Please subscribe if you haven't. Please push like. Please hit the little bell thingy for alerts to know that when we post something new, because starting this week, there's going to be a whole bunch of new in-between material posted. So stay tuned. Thank you so much for tuning in. Have a great night, and we'll see you tomorrow night right here on Mysterious Forces Live. Good
Thanks,
night,
everybody.
everybody.
Good night.
Good night. Good night.